Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of auld lang syne?
Keep the beat, don't stop.
Still can't hear it. Turn it off. That's what happened. Zell is out of practice, y'all. We can't blame Ruby for any of this. Zell is out of practice. Ruby, though, Ruby was on point. Ruby is the one who made the new intros. You're welcome, y'all. You're welcome for my expertise. Zell, he had a long month, y'all. He had to move and stuff, and it took us a minute. Ruby was sick. Listen, we were struggling. Okay, we were struggling so hard we couldn't even struggle stream, and then apparently we came back and struggle streamed anyway. Zell, but yeah, no, for real, we're back. Welcome, happy 2024, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed that happy 2024 intro. You're not going to see it again, so you know you're gonna have to watch it again on this episode. Share it to everybody if you want to show everyone the cool light dancers. Anyways, not the point. The point is, be back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I know, we're so cool. Zell, how are you liking the new place? Because now Zell is an adult again. He lives by himself like a grown-up. How's that going?
Yes, I have moved twice in the month of January. I moved into a giant mansion. Shout out to my sister, love her to death. And then I moved to my apartment. So a lot of moving, a lot of tired days, a lot of overnight working.
Yeah. That is true. I mean, again, like I said, anything you're mad at, it's Zell's fault, obviously. So just remember that Ruby is the perfect one. Now, with that being said, salutations to all of you who made it today, despite the fact that we didn't tell anybody when we were coming back, and it's clearly been like 2 months. So shout out, thank you so much, Don Teasy, being the #1 in the chat. Okay, we got Mama Roz in the chat. Salutations and happy 2024. I know I'm the worst child ever. I absolutely will text you one day. Shut up. And thank you so much, Shar, for coming. I bet you told Fonda, so thank you very much, the two of you. And for Shar for being a way better advertiser of our show than I know how to be. And shout out to Fonda, I did say that. Shout out to Mama Bell. Y'all listen, y'all came out in full force, even though we have been so terrible. I promise you going forward, we're going to be here at least weekly. I can't say twice a week because I already canceled the show we were supposed to do tomorrow. It was only like a day and I canceled it, but at least weekly will be around. So it's going to be great. It's going to be good. Listen, 2024, people are showing out.
Yes. Yes. I've got, like, we can't even do some story because they keep adding to the story. Like weekly. Like they like, oh no, we got a whole nother book chapter to write of your story. So I'm looking forward to it.
Y'all is absolutely crazy. Shout out to Poppy. I see you rolling up in here in 2024. I don't know what you think this is. No, I'm kidding. What's up? You know, I think that y'all are gonna see that 2024, the more we go on, 2023, 2020 to 2023 or so, that was F around season. Okay, 2024 is find out season. Y'all are about to find out. Y'all are about to find out that 2024 is find out season. Shout out to Mama Rubes. And yeah, I think we should just roll in and show some people what's going on in 2024. What do you think?
We should get it started. And I had to start out the year with my favorite subject, Florida. Let's get to it.
I'll kiss the guys and the beautiful women and
We
everyone.
tried
I'll
so
just give you
hard.
a big fat kiss.
I can't see the time zone.
The craziest people in all of America are in the Bronx and all of Florida, and every other day, if not every day, I get proven right about this assessment. Now,
You shouldn't be able to hear me.
What's that, Malvis? We're in a serious shit now. We're in a serious arena because this is a serious issue. It's not just like, oh, y'all got scammed. Oh, look how stupid this story. This is some serious stuff. And I want to bring attention to this because y'all not talking about it. This is my biggest issue, that people, when it seems that we care about this thing and we all put this out here, that somehow we all care about who they trafficking and they doing this only when it happens to be a celebrity. Not when our regular school teachers, the local doctor, and all them being scam artists and traffickers, because 123 of them was just arrested. There's 123 right there. Arrested. You see it? In Florida. Florida is crazy. It's a Florida-based episode almost. 123 people arrested for trafficking. I want y'all to understand it. I want y'all to get it. 123. Let's go watch the story. Shout out to WFLA.
It's Human Trafficking Awareness Day, and Hillsborough County Sheriff Chad Chronister is sharing the outcome of Operation Renewed Hope.
The 3-month-long investigation led to more than 120 human trafficking arrests. And News Gen 8's Brittany Muller joins us live from the Sheriff's Office in Ybor City to explain.
Over 120. 120.
Brittany.
Stacey, Josh, some of those arrests today include a former science teacher, a nurse, and a basketball coach. Sheriff Chad Chronister says these
Basketball coach, all these people influence your kids.
individuals betrayed our trust.
On this Human Trafficking Awareness Day,
the fight against human trafficking is not one that law enforcement can accomplish alone. It is a shared responsibility that extends to each member of our community.
Sheriff Chad Chronister says Operation Renewed Hope led to the arrest of 123 people for human trafficking or trafficking-related charges.
You know, one thing I didn't notice about this list is we watching. It's a very different. Like, this is a diverse group. You got black men, you have black women, you have white men, you have Hispanic men. This ain't even everybody. I'm pretty sure you got some white women. Got this dude right here. I don't know what he look. This dude right here. He looks suspicious. This dude, I don't know. He looks suspicious too.
Charges. Undercover investigators posed as kids to target those preying on minors online.
These criminals knowingly sought to engage in sexual acts with each of them.
Investigators also posed as family members selling their children for sex.
The fact that individuals willingly sought such heinous activities despite knowing the children's ages is abhorrent and deserves our collective contempt.
The sheriff says the most alarming trend detectives saw, the possession of firearms by some of these people.
As if the sexual exploitation is not damaging enough. Who knows what their true intentions were with the firearms they possessed?
Since the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office created its human trafficking unit in 2021, there have been more than 600 arrests and 28 victims have been rescued. Chronister says agency partners will assist in providing resources to those victims right away.
When someone who works at this organization comes and says, that used to be me, you used to be me, if you have the courage to take that first step forward, if you're courageous enough, we can get you the help.
Sheriff Chronister also says the agency remains
I do want to talk about like that trauma, especially the young kids and some of their parents selling them and stuff like that. That crap hard, bro. It's hard to deal with that trauma. So just being like, if you got that courage to do that first step, I do encourage you to do it. If you have been in this situation, anybody you know, do take that first step. We gotta get these people off the street. And they just, like I said, they not on Epstein Island. Which, by the way, I do have an issue that everybody who knew Jeffrey Epstein is not a PDF file. That's a crazy assumption. That means everybody is accountable for everybody they know, and you all know somebody that's crazy. I don't want that even out there. But at the same time, these regular people every day that you know on your side of the street is doing weirdo things. And y'all, and we not saying nothing about it because we not even looking. Some stuff even seem weird. Like this dude hang around too much. He hang out in the park too much. Some weird shit going on. We might need to watch him a little bit. We don't even think about it. But we all on the whenever the list come out or something like that. We all on it. We just want to see who all the celebrities is, which is a problem I think in society. I do think it's a problem in society that we so enamored by rich people doing bad things that you don't even think about your neighbor doing bad things, and that's something you can control. You can't control what them millionaires them doing over there because you don't have any proof. You don't know them. You ain't got none of that. But dude sitting in the park, you're really looking for the girls, a little boy. We can watch him and call the police or something.
Focused on treatment and recovery efforts for these victims, as well as education in identifying the signs of human trafficking. Reporting live this afternoon from Ybor City.
By the way, I don't want y'all to go and do what like the airlines did. You know what I mean? We don't want the airline thing. Hey, please don't do what the airline did. That's all I gotta say. Don't go and just do what the airline did. And just start accusing people, because that's not good either. You can't just accuse people because they look weird. I said watch them. Don't go and just be like, oh, that dude in the park out there, maybe just like to go to the park. Maybe that's his way of getting out. I do want y'all to say, what's this old man doing? Oh my God. It's an Asian man here too. A Florida human trafficking police force arrested 123 people over the last 3 months in an undercover operation. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office Human Trafficking Squad apprehended online predators. Oh, this is one county? The arrest made by a dedicated human trafficking squad transcend mere statistics, Hillsborough County Sheriff Chad Cronister said. They represent our commitment to protect the innocent and persistent effort to safeguard the most vulnerable members of our community. Undercover detectives use streetwalkers, hotels, motel operators to target adults trying to communicate with children and young teenagers. The officer intercepted people in various positions of power. I can't wait. We've come to face. Oh, so this is not just. I hate that this right there too. So this is just a unit they made, but that's just checking people out. So apparently this is in Tennessee. A Mississippi man got caught in Tennessee. We have come face to face with individuals from all walks of life, some of whom held positions of trust and authority. That shockingly includes a teacher, a nurse, a basketball coach, and a person employed by a spiritual organization. These are individuals who betrayed our trust. They zeroed in on James Villacorteza, a 20-year-old science teacher who he thought was a 15-year-old boy he wanted to have, according to Tampa Bay Times. Deputies posing as a child online reportedly arrested Villacorteza at James Elementary School the next day. Authorities charged him with traveling to meet with a minor and soliciting from a child. Detectives also forced a reducing prostitution demand. They apprehended 39-year Zing Dong, who police arrested in 2022 for human trafficking. In May 2022, he was arrested for traveling to have a minor who turned out to be one of the undercover detectives. He was charged with human trafficking at the time, and you would have thought that this would be enough to stop him and make him rethink his choices. This is May 2022, by the way. He got arrested a year later. That means he got out. They're getting out. They're not even getting arrested long. I want you to understand, they're not getting arrested long. They just get out in 3 months. I know people that got accused and pled guilty and don't even go to jail. They don't even get on the offenders list. Because they're not on the list. We don't care, right? We don't care. They're not on the list or anything. The person can drive them to get listed, but they ain't on the list. Because we don't have to put them on there. They get out in 8 months. Hey, this man got this is May 2022. He got arrested in 2023 and he's out. Authorities also discovered adults seeking to barter with parents offering their children. The fact that individuals willingly sought the heinous activity despite knowing the children is abhorrent and deserve our collective contempt. We read that. As we approach the holiday season where children are out of school, spending much more time online, I want to ensure that our children will be protected from those who want to pay for and fuel us during we're not getting a free pass because of the holiday. Yeah, this is we read a comment. It's one of the most diverse groups. I know it's a little sadder story. I know it brings you down a little bit, but I just want to talk about this story and let you know that some everyday person that live in your life could be one of these people. And you got to see the signs. You got to learn signs. Like I said, don't just accuse people. Some people might just want to go to the park, or some they might just be doing something one day and they not interested and they look weird. And like we had a woman accused on the airplane of accusing a woman her child as youth trafficking just because it looked weird, and the child didn't want to go with the mother and stuff like that because it looked like you were trying to get away because probably she's scared of planes or something simple like that. But also, I just want you to put this in a realistic perspective that your neighbors could be these people, regular people. It's not just celebrities that make you feel better when they get caught, because that's a thing now. That's like a thing that we enjoy. Like when rich people get caught doing something like, oh, they sold their soul. That's the only reason. That's the only reason they made it and I didn't. No, you didn't make it because you're not really that talented, or you didn't put the work in, or something else happened. So I don't want that to be the excuse. And I'm calling out that mindset. And they're like, why are you calling out that mindset? Because I want you to actually focus on the real thing that we need to stop. And it's this. And stop trying to do a celebrity gotcha game. I know we enjoy gossip and all that stuff, but just because somebody knows somebody or did something don't mean that. You know one of, I'm pretty sure some of y'all might know some of these people on this list. Y'all probably know Carl Amano or Jason down here. You might know one of them, or Eric Green, or Michael Hester, or Gerard Horsfield. You might know these people. And are you one just because you know them? No. But shout out to the Florida task force for getting this done. Apparently, it's a lot of weirdos in one sting operation they got over a short period of time. It's over 600, we said. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so we keep exposing these things and getting it out here, and then y'all know who doing what and what doing what. Because, like I said, they get out in a year. They get out in 6 months. Some of them don't even go to jail. Some of them don't get on the registry. So I need y'all to be diligent and know who doing what and be like, yo, this not right. That person got arrested in May 2022 and he out on the street already? He doing it again? Come on, man. We gotta get some law change. We gotta get a purpose out here. We're not trying to just wait for some stupid list that don't exist to come out. We need to get actual laws in place to stop this and not put somebody in jail for 3 months when they do the most heinous acts. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that. Peace.
I'll kiss the guys and the beautiful women and everybody. I'll just give you a big fat kiss.
The craziest people in all of America are in the Bronx and all of Florida, and every other day, if not every day, I get proven right about this assessment now.
Yo, another crazy Florida story, Ruby. 123 people.
123 people?
Yes. Got caught for trafficking, talking to minors.
Why did I think it was more than that? Maybe because when I was doing research like earlier in the year, I thought it was like 500 people, but maybe that was like a countrywide thing.
Oh no,
and this is just one state.
No, that's the county.
Oh, that's just the county. Okay.
Yeah, that's the county. It's not the state of Florida. That's just one county.
Well, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Florida is making a lot of interesting decisions, and I do mean like on a government political level. They're making a lot of interesting decisions, and I don't know. I mean, you have an Israeli diplomat's child who thinks it's okay to run over police officers and is likely gonna not get in trouble. Like, he never gets in trouble in Florida because, Florida's priorities are very different. I don't know. So am I surprised at this story? No. Am I surprised that happened in Florida? No. Florida rolls like this. No offense, but I don't know. Is anyone surprised? Show of hands in the chat. That's what we should have did. That's what we should have did the poll on. Is anyone surprised? Show of hands. Yes or no that this happened in Florida. Maybe you may be surprised like that the number wasn't like way bigger, but like, were you surprised it happened? No, it's
School
sad,
teachers, you know,
but it's not surprising.
school teachers, doctors,
Not
everyone
even
just
a little surprising.
so just your regular neighbors and barely any coverage of it. No one be like, oh yeah, 123 people in this county
Hmm.
got count, and they're like, oh, when the Epstein list coming up.
Hmm.
Sir, we got a list of people. They are in prison right now, and half of them got out last year, which is unfortunate because they only get out after a year or so.
Dude, think about what you're talking about. Okay, so everyone in Hollywood, right? When you think about all the people who were the movers and shakers, those are the people who are like in your face, you know all their names, the stars and stuff like that, right? But think about the people above them who are more powerful, right? One by one, they're getting knocked down for, in essence, being in exactly this type of thing. And that is how they were trading. They were trading in selling humans, selling children, stuff like that. And it was like that's how all the powerful people, the top 1%ers, the 1% of the 1%, were coming out to play with each other. So again, are you surprised? Like this is when you're talking about California and Florida, right? These are two places that are notorious for having exactly the kind of wealth that does exactly this kind of thing notoriously, because they're so rich and powerful that nothing excites them anymore. So they have to do like the most dregs of the dregs of society type thing for them to even get their rocks off a little bit. That's what I think, honestly. Sad but true.
Yeah, the fact that one county just found 123 people just by actually going online pretending to be kids and setting up meetings and picking them up when they set up the meeting, and the fact that all these people are like willingly going to these events and they're thinking they're talking to parents. They think they talking to parents and like, hey, you trading your kid? And their parents be like, yeah. And I'm like, how often do you get this? Is parents trading their kids like this for real for money? Like,
Yep. Again, I don't know why we're surprised. We've all heard of child stars, and every single one of them was traded for money. I don't. The people right now are trading their children for money from the privacy of their own homes on TikTok and whatever. Yes. That's the world we live in. Welcome to late stage capitalism, everybody. Okay. Yeah. So while you sit there depressed in that thought, I'm going to show you something a little bit more motivational than that. Happy Black History Month at least. Like, children are the future and the hope and the happy stuff. So let's see what the youth are doing, because obviously we know what the adults are doing, and it's never good.
yeah, shout out to the youth.
Mm-hmm.
To the finish line with you, but I will continue to strive to carve out my own space before passing this baton on to a new generation of runner, confident in victory because success, it runs in my race.
As I said, this is exactly the kind of thing that we wanted to cover when we made Ebony Excellence as a category, right? So let's take a look. No more needs to be said. Y'all know it's Black History Month. Y'all know, obviously, I am going to go out of my way to shower Ebony Excellence down upon y'all the entire month and all the whole year. Come on, y'all know me. Y'all know how I do. So let us take a look and delay no longer. Boy, do I love when I hear about hero teenagers of the melanated persuasion. That's right. Now, this hero teen saves a baby whose parents were electrocuted by downed power line in an ice storm. Now, I'm sorry if I butcher this. Majaya? I think it's Majaya Washington. Majaya Washington said she didn't think of her own safety when she ran to help. Now, she's only 18 years old. Okay, and this teenager in Oregon is being hailed as a hero for putting herself in danger to help save the life of a 9-month-old baby. Majaya Washington, 18, said she was inside her home in Portland on Wednesday when she saw a flash outside of her window. Washington said after looking outside, she saw a car with a downed power line on top of it and a man and a woman who had been trying to put their child in the car. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have to listen to Majaya. We have to listen to her. Okay, this is too much. Oh my gosh. Now, if you look at this, it says Muzaq, Washington, right, sprung to help after she saw a mom and dad slip on ice and touch a downed power line. Oh my God. But here's the crazy part. Look at this. Look at this. The mom's brother came to help, but also slipped and touched the power line. Oh my God. Imagine seeing not one, not two, but 3 adults all slip. Even the third one, who now is aware what's happening, slip, touch the down power line. It's like it's unavoidable. The slipping is unavoidable. Touching the down power line is unavoidable. And Muzaq sees this, but there's a baby in the car. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't even know. I don't even know.
I knew like I had to do something because the baby started moving. Like he was the only one that was still moving. He was moving his head, and so I knew like he was still there. I grabbed the baby and made my way back up the driveway.
We have 3 confirmed deceased. We have 1 survived. They are on the way to the hospital.
Wow. 3 deceased. That power line was such a danger that they touched it and they're gone. They're gone. Both parents and the brother of the mother, I think they said, right? The uncle. 3 adults gone. And there was just 1 teenager, 1 young Black woman who saw this and said, that baby needs help anyway, and put her life literally at risk. Sometimes we call people heroes and we say, we put themselves at risk, but like no one died or whatever. No, 3 people died before she moved. 3 people died. She saw that evidence. She knew what was what, and she knew she had to help the baby anyway. Wow. Now it says Tajalia? Y'all in these names. Tajalia Briggs, 21, was identified as the woman who died. Along with, I'm sorry for making fun of your name. This is so hard to say. And I'm really trying to like not butcher names in this story because it's so heartwarming. But Tajalia Briggs, 21, was identified as the woman who died along with her brother, Teron Briggs, 15. The uncle was only 15. Yo, these are all young people. 21-year-old, 15-year-old. These are babies. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh, how terrible. The name of the baby's father, who also died, has not been publicly released. So just so you guys know, they're not going to publicly release until they've spoken to next of kin, right? That's why they haven't released that name. So that means if y'all know who these people are or whatever, if you know who the next of kin is for the man or whatever, you might want to reach out. I don't know. This wow. Just terrible. Imagine. My 9-month-old baby is in good condition thanks to Washington.
I wasn't thinking like, oh, like I could be electrocuted. So I was more so thinking like I have to grab this baby. I'm not gonna lie. I was just trying to put it all into grabbing that baby and trying to kind of throw the fear to the side.
Oh. Yeah, that's a hero for real. Bro, that's a hero for real. Wow. Because I don't know many people who would literally risk their lives to the point where it's like imminent death is imminent. You know what I mean? Damn. So let's look at a couple more details of her story. Okay. So she said that despite what she had just witnessed, she walked on the driveway to reach the baby. She said, I slid down there, kind of crouched, noting that she briefly made contact with the baby's father, but did not feel a shock herself. Like, even just that, briefly making contact with the father could have been it. Oh. I kind of touched him with my hands, and then I just kind of grabbed the baby out of his hands and made my way. Oh, the baby was in his hand. Made my way back up the hill. Oh, the baby was in his hands. What a miracle baby. I can't even believe. I mean, what a terrible thing for the baby to lose your both of your parents and whatever, but wow, what a miracle baby to have survived such a thing. Wow. So she really is a hero because that baby would not have survived. In my head, the baby was inside of the car. So it was about trying to get to the car. But no, the baby was outside. It would have died from exposure for sure. For sure if she had left it. Oh my, what a hero for real. Wow. Washington said the 911 operator she spoke to warned her about the risk of electrocution, but she said she could only think about the baby's safety. Like, wow. She said he had moved his head and I didn't want him to possibly fall somehow and touch the wire. That's right. Oh. Portland Fire and Rescue spokesman Rick Graves described Washington's efforts as heroic. We do have, fortunately, with us a child that is going to be able to thrive and do what they possibly can as they move forward, Graves said Thursday. And they are here in part because of the heroic acts of a member of our community. That's Portland Fire and Rescue spokesman Rick Graves on the left, and Muzaq Washington on the right. Okay, so this what a wow. Imagine just losing two of your children. Like, because they are kids. 21, yeah, you're a mom, but you're still basically a kid. You barely just became legal to drink. And then your 15-year-old. And then your grandchild. Saying that the family's not ready to speak yet. Yeah, of course not. Oh, wow. Kudos to this young lady. Without her, surely that baby would have either gotten electrocuted or would have been badly exposed to the cold, frostbite, death, whatever. There's pretty much no way that baby would have survived or been healthy, all 10 fingers, 10 toes, etc. without her. This is what Ebony Excellence is all about. Let me know what y'all think. Would you have been able to do the same? You think you could have brought yourself after watching not one, not two, but 3 people taken from this earth? Y'all think you could have done it? Y'all think you could have been that selfless and only been thinking about saving the baby? Oh, let me know.
And I might not get to the finish line with you, but I will continue to strive to carve out my own space before passing this baton on to a new generation of runners, confident in victory because success, it runs in my race.
Could you, Zal? Could you have literally from your house watched the power line come down, watch not one, but both parents fall with the father holding the baby, think that the baby's gone too, then you see the 15-year-old brother get out of the car, come from the other side of the car to come and help. He accidentally touched the power line. He goes down. No one's moving. Then you see the baby move. Could you have done what she did and went and said, okay, I'm going to go approach this death zone and I'm going to go touch the people who just died by electric shock with the still felled power line right there. And I'm going to touch them to get the baby. Would you have been able to do it? Because I don't know, man. I think I would have been paralyzed in fear for real. I don't know. What do you think? Would you have been able to do it, Saul?
The thing always in my mind, you always think in your mind that you would.
Mm-hmm.
But I always tell people, until you real life in a situation when you see something crazy, you don't know what you would do. For instance, my uncle used to say, yo, man, they always robbing in Chicago. I know how I act. I'm used to it. And then a man pulled a gun on him. And he said, give me money. He just started jumping up and down. Like a rabbit. He just started jumping up and down. Dude was confused. But he like, Trev, I'm going to tell you something. You don't never know what you're going to do. No matter how many times you see it, you can see somebody get robbed. And you be like, if I was in that situation, I didn't seen it. He said, until it was pointed at me, I could never told you I would jump up and down randomly out of just pure fear. So it's always hard for me to always be like, what I do. In my mind, I would be, because like in my mind, I'm the hero. Like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna let no baby. But in real life, when it happens and you see someone pass away right in front of you, which is like a devastating thing, and that little piece of your mind be like, oh, that could be me. Can you push past that and still go do it? Shout out to her. That's why I gotta give her a lot of props.
Right. I mean, and shout out to good people. It's not like I don't believe you, right? When you say, "Oh yeah, I would have helped," listen. I believe y'all. I believe you, right? Especially, I will say that moms in particular have like a thing within them that they have like it's just like something in their soul that makes them willing to do all kinds of crazy stuff and able to persevere, by the way, if it is to save not just their child but children, babies in general. There's like something that so I get it, but I'm like, I also would entirely understand someone saying it couldn't be me, right? Like I kind of feel that way. Now, shout out to Bishop Shakur. First of all, I am fine AF, so thank you for that. I was raised in a very vain family. It's not my fault. I don't try to be conceited. I'm just vain. It's sorry. Anyway, appreciate the compliments. Yes, I'm married. Now, with that being said, I agree with you wholly and 100%. This is why part of the way that me and Zal met to begin with had to do with the fact that he thought I should get out of the sector that I was in. That is just talking a bunch of foolishness because I never was, and no one wants to hear common sense and talk about important things. And that's what we decided we were going to do here. And hopefully we could figure out a way to talk about the important things and still make it interesting enough to people that they would come. Now we are at 199 subscribers. Okay. We are literally like one subscriber away from 200. We built up grassroots from scratch. Hasn't been a year yet. By all means, if you would love to share our channel to people to help us boost our numbers up, we would be eternally grateful. Hopefully you're subscribed and you will keep coming back. And if more people like you come subscribe and keep coming back, we're going to build up our numbers. And in 2024, we're going to go viral. I believe in this personally. I do. I think Zal does too, right, Zal?
Yeah,
you do?
100%. Like, that's what the channel for. Ruby was in a sector that all they want to do is argue with her and some weird beef. With somehow she still gets in weird beef. Just random. But
And as Shar said, people don't like questions. They do not like to be asked questions. They don't want their rhetoric questioned. They don't want their reasoning questioned, right? And if they're single, they've never been in a serious long-term relationship ever, right? They definitely don't want to turn to people who've been married, who are married. They don't want to be educated by people who know what they're talking about in dating and relationships. No, they want a bunch of people who are just like them, who've never had the experience, telling them what the truth is. And then God forbid you ask them a question. That's what Shar did, by the way. Just ask Shar. I've got questions. That's why her name is that way. And again, same thing, right? Where was the support? They don't support things like that because, again, this is why you have to appeal to a completely different audience and demographic. So, this is why we're just trying to appeal to, hey, anyone out there, you have the Gray Pill podcast we're on. We're not trying to appeal to the red pill or blue pill or pink pill or how about just like logic, common sense, normalcy? Let's appeal to normalcy and just work with that. Yeah, so we're going to work on that. Thank you very much. I'm glad that you found your way here. And again, everybody, if you haven't subscribed and you're watching, please click that subscribe button. Help us get to 200 subscribers by the end of this show, right? This is going to be our 200 subscribers show. Come on, y'all can do it. I believe in you. In the meantime, though, we should probably watch another video, right? Yeah.
Speaking of people who want to be told what they want to hear from people that want them to hear it, we kind of got some religiosity in this. So let's go watch.
Ooh.
Bless your heart.
Listen, sometimes life is a movie. Sometimes you can't make things up. Sometimes you just tell stories that you won't believe. Sometimes the devil made me do it work. Have you ever heard of God made me do it? God made me do it. I have never heard that one. That was a rare one, but I've seen it now. So let's watch this basic theme of this Colorado preacher and his scam that he happened. Let's go watch. Colorado-based online pastor, first problem he have, online pastor, Eligio Eli Regaldo and his wife Caitlin Regalado are facing fraud charges. The couple promoted a cryptocurrency called Index Coin to the Denver Christian community, raising $3.2 million from over 300 individuals. Listen, the most vulnerable people in the world are Christians. Or religious people in general, I would say, but Christians specifically. I've found as a Christian myself that we are most vulnerable. You tell people something that make them feel good. God gonna bless you. A miracle gonna happen. You join this crypto. God is blessing. Do you not see how God is blessing us all in this place? All the power in crypto we have, we are being blessed because God is showing us favor. He's giving us his favor. Of course, in this form is crypto. By the way, if you can't tell that crypto is a scam by now, most of you, I don't know what to tell you. By this time, you are willingly scamming to me. I don't even know if somebody should go to jail for scamming you at this point. If you still getting scammed by crypto in 2024, that's up.
Then shut the fuck up in 2024.
The legal complaint accused them of violating the Colorado Securities Act by marketing an unsafe and unsecure product. They also are being persecuted for using Eli's religious position to exploit investors. God told you to do it. The couple claimed that God directed Eli to create the cryptocurrency, promising wealth to investors. The whole church can pray. Regalado admitted to pickpocketing $1.3 million and using the funds for personal expenses. Out of the $1.3 million, $500,000 went to the IRS and a few $100,000 went to the home remodel. The Lord told us that the couple faces various charges, including security fraud and unlicensed broker deal activity. Let's go over this story now. The Regalados first began selling cryptocurrency called Index Coin to Denver Christian community in June 2022. So y'all outside the range of me saying y'all willing participants. 2022 was kind of the range where some of them was hidden, some of them was. And then you all got scammed in 2023, at least. Some of y'all didn't make it to 2023, but you got scammed. Raising nearly $3.2 million from more than 300 individuals. 300 individuals, $3.2 million. By April 2023, released by the Colorado Division of Securities Thursday, the couple not only marketed the currency, which was called illiquid and practically worthless in the legal complaint to their parishioners, but also sold it through Kingdom Wealth Exchange, KWE, an online cryptocurrency platform that they created and operated. Listen, by the way, if you do crypto, if they make the crypto site, that's 100% a scam. They made the crypto, they made the site, nothing else is on the site but that crypto. They pocketing all the money. They don't have to pay a service. They probably not even checked by the government at this point. Part of the marketing was telling followers and potential investors that God had spoken directly to Eli and told him to create the crypto and that investors would become wealthy. And claimed Regalado doubled down in a recent video addressing to his followers. The Lord said, the video deleted. I want to go see it. The video is deleted. It's not there no more. So we're gonna find it. Don't worry about it. We're gonna find it. The Lord said, I want you to build this, he said. We took God at his word and sold the cryptocurrency with no clear exit. He also went to share how his trust in God had not faltered and he believed in divine intervention is still to come, saying, either I misheard God and every one of you who prayed and came in, you as well too, God is still not done with this project yet. You still must give us this money. We need this bread. 1.3 million allegedly pocketed. In the video, Eli also confirmed that 1.3 million of the video went into his own pockets. Some of what he and his wife used for a home remodel. Of the 101.3 million, $500,000 with the IRS, we heard that. The legal complaint alleged Regalado spent the money on more than just God's word, accusing that the couple of maintaining a lavish lifestyle, which included the purchase of a Range Rover. Listen, as soon as they come up to the church in a Range Rover, I know something wrong. I don't even know what the point of have. Shout out to my boy Fuqua, but that was the most unneeded car I have ever seen in my life. It wasn't even fast. It was just a Range Rover, just off name. Luxury handbags, jewelry, and all part boat rentals, snowball mill rides. While investors lost large sums in what they were told was a low-risk, high-profit investment obtained by God. Listen, this scam's working so well, I might get into it. IRS, hey YouTube, IRS, y'all might got to get me, because at this point, living this lavish, do I go to a blue-collar prison if I get caught? Listen, y'all making this sound too good now. I'm just being honest with you. It make me want to scam. Make me, they done teasing you down. I might be self-snitching the thing too. I might go viral just by self-snitching at this point. That's what you need to do. I don't know what to get on no more. We tell you the truth, and like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, share with everybody, tell everybody this story of these people scamming people so we can get on. I don't want to go to a life of scamming. But when I see you can take snowmobile rides and an au pair, I don't know if I'm saying that right, and boat rentals, I'm like, am I living? Technically, I can do. Technically, I can do that. I just had to take like 3 days off, or maybe on Monday and Tuesday, and just call in, just go that whole week and just take off. We're alleged that Mr. Rigaldo took advantage of the trust and faith of his own Christian community. Put me in the pulpit. Can't do that. I like God too much. I love God too much to do that. Got a brother thinking. And he peddled outlandish promises of wealth to them when he sold them essentially worthless cryptocurrency. Colorado Securities Commissioner Tong Chan said in a statement, new coins and new exchanges are easy to create with an open source code. We want to remind consumers to be very skeptical. Waiting on a miracle. This is how they get you. This is how they really get you. Rigaldo, who has no prior experience in the financial crypto sector, said in a video that he planned to exchange technology failed due to a technical issue, making it impossible for investors to cash out. He likely admitted he had doubts about starting index in the first place. I said, Lord, I don't want to do this. I don't know how to do this. I don't have any experience in this industry. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to get caught up in something. Listen, that man has read too many. That man has read the Bible. He's quoting, like, literally, God, I don't know. But whatever, if it's for you, if you want me to do this, you must lead me on this journey. You must take me on this journey of influence. Still, dozens of followers commented beneath the clip, reassuring the pastor they believe God will find a solution for him. Of course you do. When you're in a cult, it's easy. You know what I'm saying? It's easy when you're in a cult. I believe in being a Christian. I'm a Christian myself, but I don't believe in being a cult Christian. Like, I don't believe that's the pastor right there. That's the pastor. We follow what the pastor says. I don't believe in that. I do not believe that. Great men has fallen and tricked and manipulated and hurt many people. I don't believe in it. I'm just being honest. I don't. What we're believing for still is that God is going to do a miracle. Rigaldo video said, God is going to work a miracle in the financial sector. Eli and Caitlin Rigaldo and 3 other companies under Eli name are charged with security fraud, unlicensed broker dealing, selling unregistered securities, imposition of constructive trust. They are scheduled to appear in district court this week. We gonna get to see that. I'm sorry about going off the screen, by the way. I'm sorry. God had to tell me to put my face out. He don't want me too invested in this. Let's go watch this video and we're gonna get off. Found it.
Are being charged in a civil charge from the Colorado Securities and Exchange Commission for basically selling millions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency that is deemed worthless by the state. We were just always under the impression that God was going to provide, that the source was never ending, that God was doing a new thing.
God is doing a new thing. He's going to show you that this cryptocurrency thing is real. It's not really a new thing. Cryptocurrency was around for years before this, and they were scamming people then. Outside of Bitcoin and like 4 others, I ain't gonna lie, most of these scams, they just be honest.
And that we had nothing to worry about.
He might. Shout out to TYT. I just wanted y'all to get the gist of it. I don't care about the whole thing. Y'all, I read it to you. But yeah, this man scammed everybody. He is a scammer. He got you. That's what it is. Listen, I want all my religious people to understand something. You can be religious, you can be Christian, you can believe in God, but God, who is the number one enemy of the Bible? The priest. Why? Because the priest ran a den of thieves. That's how Jesus got crucified. Remember? Threw over the thing. This is a den of thieves. This man is a clear thief. He runs a den of thieves. That's his thing. That's what he runs. That is his job. He is a criminal. He is a crook. He is the priest that will crucify Jesus. He is the one who will tell you to pay all these exponential funds. He's the one who Martin Luther had to deal with when they said, if you give us all your money, you will go to heaven. He is a scammer. He is not called because God would not let him do this. Listen, I get people gonna argue how you know somebody with cover. This man is just starting and he doing this. Listen, I can understand you being 10 years in the game, the devil trick you and all that stuff, and you backslide. Backsliding is a part of Christianity. This man, scammer. He started out scamming. He wanted to scam. He got a scam. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. Don't get scammed. Because I'm watching you. So I'm watching you hit that like button right now. Like I'm watching you hit that notification bell right now because we got some more heat coming. If you ain't ready for it. 2024, I told you we're going crazy. I know we took some time out. We going crazy. Peace.
Bless your heart.
Okay, so first let's clear up a little misconception here. What is an au pair? Selena's sort of right. An au pair is sort of like a nanny. When you're thinking about the function that they play, it is like a nanny, but it is different. And you could tell, actually, you could think about it if you thought about the culture difference, it would make sense. But basically, an au pair is like it's like a nanny, but like one that you've hired to basically be like a grandma or an auntie in your family in a way. So they're not just the nanny that's on salary, or they are a family member, right? They are fully integrated into your life, into your children's lives. Like this is like I said, it's like a rent-a-granny, right? Only 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in all ways. You'd be considering the nanny or the au pair the way you would consider another family member for Christmases, birthdays, holidays, whatever, because they're a family member now. So that's really what the difference is. Obviously, yes, they do get paid, right? Technically, they probably get paid a little bit more maybe than a nanny would, but they are so dedicated to your family that in a way it's not as much because they're more dedicated to your family than they are to their own. They have to be. That's kind of the role. So that's what an au pair is. I'm glad I could help. Now, yeah, I do think in this case, Zell definitely needs an au pair. Definitely needs an au pair, because the au pair would have made sure that sound issue. Listen, we know the sound issues there, y'all. Y'all are just gonna have to just tolerate us, okay? We are trying. I told y'all we should have sound checked at the beginning. We didn't really, because we forgot that we should, because it's been so long. It really has. We're trying, okay? Please still subscribe. Yeah, no, but sorry, go ahead.
Listen, it's the fancy new mic that want to be like, you gotta talk into the mic. I'm like, no, I like to move around and run around like a crazy person. Better be glad I just didn't run back here half the video. I do have a video that I did with TD Jakes where I ran around like a psychopath in the background making fun of stuff, but it hurts the mic quality. So I'm gonna have to sit here until I think I got something to figure it out. But it's gonna be a good time when we do.
Dude, we have a lot of pastors on the docket, just so you know. We figured out that we can't do every single story, especially, and listen, for those of y'all who don't know, you're brand new, you just subscribed, because we got a lot of subscribers while we were gone. I don't even know how, but we did. So thank you all. Bishop Shakur is a newbie, or at least new to me. I haven't seen Bishop Shakur before, so thank you very much. So I don't know if you'll know this, but you can submit stories to us if you want us to cover the story, you want us to go more in depth than you've seen other people cover, you think it needs to get more attention. Okay, you can email the story link to us at illbethatnews@gmail.com. Okay, that's illbethatnews@gmail.com. Now, if you do that, and you say, hey, listen, I want to be anonymous, then we'll just say, hey, this is an anonymous submission. Otherwise, we'll shout you out. So, that helps people out sometimes. They might want the shout out. I don't know. Whatever. Either way, but we can and will cover stuff that you guys send us, right? And so we actually had in our own docket, we had some pasta stuff. Right now, y'all know Zell did some great coverage of TD Jakes before the break in 2023. There's some updates on that. And I think Zell is maybe bringing a special guest this weekend to discuss that further, right, Sal?
Yeah, so Sunday after the Super Bowl party, here I'll be that news. We're going to talk a little bit about TD Jakes. So it's going to be a good time.
Right. And then, we had the story just now, the crypto pastor scammer. Listen, we've got some pastors also. A submission from one of y'all. Thank you very much. You're gonna have to wait to find out who it is. But listen, I have and then I had a couple on my own as well. So literally we could do a whole show just on what pastors have been doing lately that got them in the news for their definitely unholy behavior. So there's that. But yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the live shows, but we are also going to be doing some of those on separate special shows. Again, that's going to be, we have a special show on Sunday, we have a special show on Monday, because y'all listen, the passport bros are dropping like flies in Colombia, and there's actually a really good reason for this that no one seems to know, or at least the people in Colombia are scared to talk about. Okay, because they're all part of the Truman Show in Colombia. We'll talk more about that on Monday with our boots on the ground specialist who was there and has fled. I swear, actually fled that country. South America is very hostile right now to North Americans. And we are going to hear more about that. That's on Monday. So we're going to have special live streams. Okay. And, we'll also drop individual stories if it's not going to be able to fit into a show, but we got to do the coverage because, yeah. And so we got the Dalton Mayor, super mayor. There's a 45 minutes on her, just her alone. She's a criminal, and but she's also the super mayor, and etc. So listen, we got a lot on the docket, y'all. Okay, we didn't do nothing for 2 months, but we did accumulate a lot of news and research for y'all, and it will be coming out in short order. Okay.
And Ruby, as Vonda said, we might have misheard God. The crypto pastor said he might have misheard God.
Yeah. Don't they always though?
I might have misheard God. Okay, all right. Somehow
they misread the Bible too.
All of a sudden, the most powerful being in the world is omnipotent. You misheard him. All of a sudden, he didn't say it right. God made me do it.
Yeah, that sounds about right for all of them. You'll see there's a common theme. Well, unless the theme is them sanctifying people with various parts of their body. I don't know. Listen, I'm not going to ruin it anymore. Y'all gonna have to subscribe, click that bell so that way when the story drops, y'all will be the first up on it. I'm telling you though, there's someone, like I said, 2024 is find out season.
That wasn't in Ecclesiastes. That wasn't in Psalms. I don't think I ever read that one.
Listen, I'm just telling you, 2024 is find out season. Y'all are about to find out a lot of stuff. Now, for our last story of the night, guys, this is something, okay? This is what inspired me, and I knew for sure in this moment when I read this story, it is find out season. That is what it is. It's find out season. I don't want to ruin it too much for y'all. Just gonna let you know it has to do with a stolen lunch and an assassination plot because of it.
You're attacking your mind.
The nigga is me. I'm him. I'm not them. I'm him Jones. I'm him Duncan. I will beat a nigga ass and stomp him in my Timberlands.
It's now 2024. Okay, we're a little late. We're a little late getting started in 2024, but whatever. Either way, still 2024. Okay, and we're learning a lot about what the world is in this new day and age. One of those things that we're learning is that we used to be in the F around stages of society, right? If you F around, now was the time. Back in the days, back in good old 2023, 2022, 2021, even low-key F 2020. Even then, but it's 2024. And in 2024, we are in find out season. That's right, we are. And y'all need to stop playing with folks. Okay? There's certain things that have always been a little bit sacred, but y'all play too much. And guess what? Now y'all are finding out. For those of you who are not reading, I'll read it for you. It says, man sentenced for killing Target coworker who took his lunch. I said that correctly. Now, the sentence, y'all. The sentence. Now, this right here is the man who is going to be spending literally the rest of his life in prison over lunch. Okay? His name is Basin Berhe. He's 25 years old and he was sentenced to 100 years in prison. 30 years of the sentence was suspended, so 70 years, but still 100 years in prison for stabbing and bludgeoning to death a Target store coworker over stealing his lunch. Now, for those of y'all, so just so you have all of the names handy in your head, okay? This is 58-year-old Hernan Leyva. He is a janitor at Target, and he is the victim in this story. Now, when I say the victim, I mean the victim who was bludgeoned to death, lost his life over a stolen sandwich? I don't know. We just know it's lunch. We know for sure it's lunch, right? Of course, he is the lunch thief. So there was a personal or real crime committed. I think this is why we don't allow vigilante justice, but I digress. Let's learn a little bit about the story. Now, during his sentencing last Tuesday, 25-year-old Basin Berhe threatened to kill or hurt more people unless he was given the harshest possible punishment, Commonwealth's attorney Steve Descano said in a press release. A Fairfax County judge handed Berhe a 100-year prison term with 30 years suspended, so he will spend the next 70 years behind bars. Now, people do live to over 100, so I guess it's possible he'll get out. Berhe, from Alexandria, was working at the Bailey's Crossroads Target when in April of 2021, he ambushed 58-year-old store janitor Hernan Leyva and killed him with knives and a hammer. So this happened on the 21st of April. Now, Berhe was charged with first-degree murder in the savage slaying, and he says that the slaying was triggered because Leyva stole food from the office fridge on April 14th. The disgruntled Target worker said he was upset by the alleged theft and spent the next few days plotting his homicidal revenge. He knew the janitor. I don't know if he saw the janitor had stolen the lunch, if maybe the janitor had taunted him. I don't know why he knew the janitor had stolen the lunch, but either he knew or he believed at least that the janitor stole this lunch. And this was on April 14th. And so what he did then was he plotted for 7 days. He plotted for a week. He knew he was going to do this. Day one, he just went home and started plotting, right? Now, maybe it's because he was super hungry. He was super just disappointed. Y'all know how that feels, right? Like, it's like you had your leftovers from that really insanely good restaurant or expensive place or something, or mama's home cooking and whatever. And you couldn't wait to eat it. Oh my God, you couldn't wait to eat it. And then you just had your leftovers and they're supposed to be safe in the fridge. And then you go to eat it and it's not even just like a little bit's gone, like all of it's gone. So now you have nothing to eat and you are super disappointed, like beyond disappointed, right? Because now you're going to have to buy like a fridge, an orange from Target or something, like dude, a chocolate bar. And that's what you get to eat. If you can afford the chocolate bar, maybe you can. A lot of millennials and Gen Zers are living paycheck to paycheck. So yeah. So he sat at home and he just sweltered, fuming all night. Well, the next day, Berhe bought a hammer and a pair of knives while leaving his shift at Target. And he told detectives that he spent the following day training for murder. This is all according to a press release, okay? So, they're not just like making this up or whatever, okay? This is all according to the press release. Now, Leyva, on the third day, April 17th, Berhe arrived at the Target employee parking lot and lay in wait for Leyva. When the unsuspecting janitor showed up to work, Berhe charged at him with an arsenal of weapons, stabbing and beating him before running away. Okay, so this was actually, I see what, okay, so it wasn't 7 whole days, but it was several days. That was definitely, 3-4 days that he sat there and he stewed and he plotted and then he laid in wait. Like, he was, a short time later, Berhe returned to the parking lot and surrendered himself to the police officers who were investigating the crime. Like, they didn't even have to come find him. Dude. Berhe immediately confessed to Leyva's killing and pleaded guilty to first-degree murder in October of 2023. Mr. Leyva's unnecessary and tragic death leaves behind a grieving family and community, one that will never be the same after such a senseless act of violence, Descano said. In this case, because of the unique and self-proclaimed danger the defendant continues to pose to the community, today's sentence was a necessary outcome for maintaining public safety. Now, Leyva was a native of El Salvador who lived in Falls Church, Virginia with his partner, Esperanza, and his 2 sons. According to his online obituary, which praised him as an extraordinarily hard worker and prominent figure to his family, who was beloved for his sense of humor. He was an exemplary figure and beacon of light in your moment of darkness, son Jesse Leyva wrote in the description of a GoFundMe campaign. So, I mean, listen, people want to know, right? It's not just me wondering, like, well, what's the spectacular lunch? People want to know. You take a look at some of the comments here, not justifying what he did, but never compromise a man's plate. Mr. Kongi Pai said, "You should never steal a man's lunch." Mixed by Twiz said, "No lunch on this earth is worth risking 100 years. Bro, I'm with you on that. But like, listen, you don't know when people are fed up. You don't know when the smallest thing you do, the smallest slight is going to be the straw that broke the camel's back. You don't know. Stop playing with people. We were in F around season. We are now in find out season. Okay? So if you don't want to find out, stop effing around. Okay. Right? And you look at these people. Monero de Janeiro. I know, man. What was that lunch? Girl, I'm trying. Eric said that meal was to die for. Big Io said, I understand them. Yo, low key. Not high key, but low key. I low key understand him also, right? Grayson said, I don't even know what to say. Right? Because there's that part of you that knows that feeling, right? Like, I know the feeling too. The level of hurt, anger, disappointment, sadness on that note, Mama Rubes, I am very sorry for every time you came home from some restaurant with like leftovers or whatever, and I immediately decided in my teen years, right, that food must be my food. It must be for me. And then I like shrugged off when you would talk about how disappointed you were. I apologize. Kids are jerks. Dave, the reply guy, said, never mess with a man's leftovers. Gracie said, I wonder what food that costs someone's life. I know. I really do. Goat Father said, man, don't joke with food. Big Yak said, getting 100 years because the food is crazy. He needs extra time for that hairline too. Alexander Kronig said, all over a stolen lunch. Yeah, man. All over a stolen. Listen. Y'all need to stop judging. Y'all need to stop judging what you think is going to be a big deal, because what is a big deal for you might not be a big deal for others, and vice versa. Okay? We need to recognize certain kinds of things. And again, like I said, 2024, find out season. Unfortunately, everybody found out in this story. It's quite sad. Let me know what y'all think about this one, y'all. I mean, how far would you go to exact revenge on a stolen lunch? I don't know. Have y'all ever been to that point where you're like, yo, if you do me one more thing, one more. You ever look up in the sky and say, God, if one more thing happens to me today, you better not make it today, because today is not the time. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think.
You're attacking your mind. The nigga is me. I'm him. I'm not them. I'm him Jones. I'm him Duncan. I will beat a nigga ass and stomp him in my Timberlands.
Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, they can't hear you, Zal.
Oh
Are
yeah,
you muted?
yeah. But the story was, I was cooking too. That was crazy. Okay, out of practice. We'll be back next week.
I told you blame Zell. I told you every problem we have tonight, it's 100% Zell's fault. Go ahead.
I will tell you. Hey, listen, I'm just telling you, you get the good Tupperware. You got the good food. You've been waiting all day on it. You got, like I said, the espresso Tupperware too. You don't put it in the cheap one. You gotta feed it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be like, oh, I'm ready for this. We've been working hard. Them hours been on you at work. You gotta eat. Then you want it ready to eat it. You get mad. So I feel you if you're in that instance, right? In that instance, I feel you. But when you take 3 or 4 days to plot, I don't know if I could. I don't know if I can. I can't defend it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, if this man gets snatched up, we don't hear from him again, or we hear that he dies, and then really where he is he got snatched up and he now works for the CIA or some other American thing, because dude, a man who could be that diligent and persistent with with the tools at his disposal over some lunch, over that level of principle of the matter, I don't know. He might be a tool they might want to use.
He like the equalizer. He didn't say it.
Right. Listen, that's all I'm saying. Right. That's all I'm saying. I
John
think
Wick, they stole his dog. And he just go crazy.
Dude, how do you get 100 years? And like more to the point though, what I think is weird, I still think it's weird that the guy was like, if you ever let me out of prison, I'm gonna kill more people. Like, wait, what? Who does that? Like,
that lunch is crazy.
This whole thing seems wild to me. So you're talking about a 25-year-old kid. Now, I didn't bring this up in the story, but I'm going to tell you, tinfoil hat on, y'all, for a hot second. Okay? So he's a 25-year-old kid. He doesn't have like a criminal record, at least none that anyone has mentioned or that I could find from searching him, right? It's 25 years old. And over lunch. So unless that lunch was like, well, his mom, this is the last meal his mom made for him, and then she died immediately after, and so this is then the last time he was going to be able to taste her rice and beans or whatever, right? Unless it was something like that, where it's like, okay, and then he snapped. I'm like, I can't even imagine that a kid who has not been in that kind of trouble, who wants gainful employment instead of working in the streets selling dope or whatever, right? That he would do this to begin with. Crazily to me. But then he did it not in the heat of the moment. This is like 4 days later. And through that 4 days, every day he kept plotting and planning and plotting and planning. Then he laid in wait, did the deed when Buddy showed up, ran away. and then came back before they could even do their investigation. Really, he came back and said, yeah, it was me, I did it. And then admitted everything fully, fine. And then gets into court and says, yo, if you don't lock me up forever, I'm killing new people. Just so we're all clear. Like, that seems to me like somebody who really, really wanted to be in prison for like life. And that seems weird. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it seems like either he's trying to cover up his reason for why he did this, or he's running from something, maybe?
Maybe.
I don't know. I was thinking maybe he's running from something on the outside. Maybe he admitted to doing this crime, but he didn't. And it was the people coming after him that did the crime. And he would rather go to prison for life for this crime than stay out there and be the next one to be beaten and slaughtered. I mean, I don't know, right?
What was that man
It could be
from?
something like that.
What was that man from? The
The
other guy?
Esperanza was his wife's name. He's from Venezuela. No, was it Venezuela? Maybe Venezuela.
I said that man might have that family. He going for him. He like, oh, I gotta get out of here. Lock me up.
No, because he wouldn't have had time to know that. Like, literally, he turned himself in like immediately before they could even have a suspect. He turned himself in before they had even investigated to really fully know what happened, to look at the cameras, whatever. He came back and said, hey guys, yeah, I killed that dude. So I don't know. To me, there's something. You can't run in jail, right? But like, maybe it's like you're afraid of the people outside, so you put yourself inside, so it's harder. I don't know, man. I don't know. Something feels off about this though. So again, tinfoil hat on. Okay, I feel like something new is gonna come out about this, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, Ruby was right," because they found out. Because, like I said, find out season, including finding out how right Ruby is about like everything. Right? I told y'all to blame Zell. If you did, you were right. See, I'm right about most things. It's just how it is. So guys, before we go, I'm just gonna say one thing. It has been a really tough couple months for me. It has a lot of negative anniversaries for me, and like both of my grandmothers, the anniversary of them passing away was in the last like couple months. But then I found out, and this blew me away, and this is why I took the time. Really wanted to make sure I took the time today. If you missed it, you can scroll back up. If you peoples, you were here, I made sure to write a message to you. A friend of mine that's my age passed away in 2022, and I didn't notice. And I know that sounds like a terrible thing, but I didn't notice. Like everything going on in my life, I was grieving the recent losses of my grandparents, and then I had the major flood that had me and Mr. Roofs homeless and trying to fix our lives, and then coming here, evicted the tenant here and having to clean up after their drug den they turned my house into. So it was just a really rough year, and it was really only at the end of 2023 I really started pulling things together. And so I was like, oh, let me look for my friend. We haven't gone for like a morning coffee in years. Let me look for my friend. I mean, she was in my wedding party. And when I saw the page and it said remembering over her name, I was like, that must be an accident. And so I was sending messages to her email address and this and that, and being like, yo, are you alive? Are you alive? Because I'm like, there's no way that this remembering thing means she's dead. There's no way. And then I found the obituary. And in 2022, when we were 37 years old, she passed away. And I just missed it. And so y'all listen, in 2024, there's nothing you can do when you lose someone after the fact. You can regret things and time missed and whatever, right? But while people are alive right now, take the time to tell them you love them, to tell them you appreciate them. Remember right now, reach out to them and say, let's go for that coffee. Don't wait another 3 months or 6 months or 8 months putting it off because you're like, there's always going to be a tomorrow. We're too young to die anyway, because trust me, the harsh reality I'm dealing with this week to find out that a friend my age just died, and I just missed it. She was, like I said, she was in my wedding party. She's a close friend. She was my right-hand woman for all of the stuff I did, doing all of the construction in the house and stuff. When I told you all about that, yeah, and she's gone. So y'all just remember to value each other, value your friends, value your family. Make sure you reach out today if you haven't in a while. Just let people know that you love them, you care about them, that you've got time for them, and make that time, because once they're gone, there's nothing you can do about it. So I just really wanted to say that. Yeah, definitely. Mama Roz, I have, like, she came back from BC, see my sister, like, so long ago, and I haven't seen her for Christmas yet. I'm whatless at these things. Like, I'm very bad at communicating with people. Same thing with Wilhelmina. I'm very whatless at communicating with people, and I'm gonna do better. So I'm vowing, everyone here, hold me accountable. 2024, I'm gonna do better at communicating with people, because I don't ever want to have that experience again. That was a very rough. It's still very rough. It's still very rough. So you know what? Listen, I'm dedicating this show, even though it had nothing to do with her. But I mean, it's just, I just found out. I'm dedicating the show to Carri Doria. Rest in peace. Rest in power. I love you. I hope that now you're at peace and you're not in pain anymore. You're not sick. You're not suffering. And shout out, prayers go out to her daughter, who would now be 18. I think 18 or 19. She'd be grown up. Crazy that she has to live the rest of her life without a mom, and without that mom, because she was amazing. So shout out, prayers to her also. And yeah, I just wanted to share that. Thank you guys for taking a second to listen to that, because I just needed to unburden my soul. Thank you.
I felt that. I always remember to keep up with your people, love your people. I know we get busy. Like I said, since 2024, I have moved twice. One, this is official move to where I stay, and then I was helping somebody else move until I got here. So it was like a lot of moving around and stuff. And sometimes you start getting into your own thing, that you start forgetting your people, and then you don't want to live with that regret or anything like that. So 2024, as Ruby said, let's go ahead. I know you're tired, might have to do this or that. I could take 15 minutes, 20 minutes just to hit that call, see how you doing. So
Exactly. And let's make sure we shout out to Biggie Boss. I don't think we actually said hi to him earlier in the show, but I did see him commenting. So shout out to you also, and Happy New Year. I said hi to Celine, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Little baby Grogu.
Yeah, Biggie be getting yelled at by his chat and Discord all day. So shout out to Biggie.
There you go. That's good.
Shout out to Biggie.
Yeah. But I guess on that note, y'all, listen, all we got to do, we do have one more little special 2024 New Year's outro thing, courtesy of Classic Ruby, because of course it's me. I mean, Enzel too, but me. Yeah, so y'all could, tune into that, watch that as y'all are, making sure you sang your so longs, and I'll see you guys soon. Oh yeah, and also big news. Can y'all see that? Is it backwards? I think it's backwards. Doesn't matter, whatever. We're at 200 subscribers. Yeah, buddy.
On the road to 300, 400, and 500.
So woo, we got to 200, y'all. Thank you very much for your love and support.
500 we monetized.
Right. So thank you very much for your love and support, y'all. You know what I mean? Please keep liking, sharing, viewing, subscribing. If you're not subscribed, a lot of our viewers are not subscribed. Y'all see stuff of ours goes viral. Thank you very much though for your support getting us this far, since we went literally from scratch less than a year ago. We still got some time to make up that year. I think our next goal should be what? 500? Do you just make a goal of 500? Do you want to actually make a goal of like 300 next?
Let's do. Chat, what y'all think? Everybody, family. What y'all think?
Yeah, you know what? We'll do it on the community tab.
We'll do it on the community.
Sure. What should our next subscriber goal be? And then we'll do like a poll and stuff, and y'all can tell us if we should be shooting for 300 or aim big for 500. Y'all let us know. Yes, go big or go home. That's what I'm thinking, Mama Roz. Yes. Thank you, Ms. Vonda. Thank you. Thank you, Shar. You have a great weekend also. Okay, y'all listen. Let's show you guys this thing. It's getting late. Y'all need to go. Let's show y'all the outro and y'all can be on your way. Cheers, y'all.
Fallings, my dear, fallings, I will take a cup of kindness yet. Fallings, me too.